Dombrowski only shoots 177. Troop needs a double in the 10th, leaves a 4-pin, and the reigning defending champ is gone.
Yeah, that was a rock fight, right?
Yeah, it was a dirt clod rock fight, yeah.
But business picked up. So Dombrowski at 177 in the first game, 265 versus Bill O'Neill in the next match.
Yeah, a little different story in game 2 against Bill O'Neill. He really got locked in. Started with a 6-pack.
Yes.
And then finished with the last 4. Then in match 3, he took on Brandon Runk, beautiful left-handed player, and Brandon gave him all he wanted. Dombrowski needed 2 in the 10th. He got it. He wins 257-243. And in the final match against Graham Faw looked absolutely spectacular, slinging wood everywhere, and he just smoked Dombrowski 259-192.
Got the front 5, 10 total strikes for Faw, the 1 seed from Canada, who has won this tournament in the past, gets the victory, and he is your East champion. So he moves on to next weekend's show where the 5 regional winners will all come together. Listen, we haven't seen a lot from Graham Faw in the last couple years, and he admitted he kind of fell off a cliff, if you will, in the bowling circles. But boy, he looked like he belonged today.
Well, you know, we talked about the changes that he's made, the big one being the equipment change, and he looked as comfortable as he's ever been, and it showed today.
Let's go to the South right now. We had billed the South as the Hall of Fame bracket, right? Yeah. With Norm Duke, Tommy Jones as your 1 and 2 seeds, and we got the match we wanted. Yeah. It took a while, and there were a couple of storylines that developed through the course of the South play.
Yeah, I mean, what a finale. But it all started with DJ Archer making a lot of noise early. DJ would take on Toby Sambueno, and it was all DJ Archer, 223, 203. Well, I shouldn't say that because Toby could still do some damage here. He needed 2 strikes and 6 to win, and he left that pin that I can't remember the name of.
It's a horrible, horrible pin. All right, so he moves on, David. So for the next component.
Yeah, all DJ Archer again, 226, 194. Stouffer really put up a nice fight, but couldn't get the corners out on the left lane, and so again, all DJ. And then
the Hall of Famers show up, right?
And then.
Anybody want to say Norm Duke's career is over? Nope.
Well, it was all DJ to start. Started with a front 4, and then Norm all of a sudden strung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. DJ gets up in the 10th and goes strike 6. Norm needs 9 spare 9. He gets 9 spare strike, setting up the match that everybody wanted to see.
2-pin win for Duke, so it's Hall of Famer versus Hall of Famer for the South region.
Yeah, I think Kimberly put it best when she said in her interview with Tommy, she said, Tommy, you made this look easy. And he really did. I mean, that was probably one of the easiest 268 games I've ever seen.
And Norm rolled a 242.
Yeah, throwing the last 9 in a row.
Right. Yet it was still a 26-pin win, 18 total strikes, 9 for each in that final. But again, it felt kind of like a blowout. Tommy Jones got that early lead and maybe like the 3rd frame, and we're like, all of a sudden this has got really important for Norm to do something big time. Yeah. And he had a spare, a spare, and that's all that Tommy needed.
I mean, he made the 4-count split. And that got everybody jacked, then finishes with the back 9. But if there was ever a pedestrian, if you could call it a pedestrian 268 game, Tommy Jones bowled it today.
You think Tommy Jones will call that a pedestrian 268?
Yeah.
You think so?
It just looked too easy for him.
Maybe we could, I don't know.
I mean, it just looked too easy for him tonight.
Let's find out.
He didn't even sweat.
Tommy is right behind us.
Let's ask him.
Kimberly's with Tommy. Kimberly is with Graham. Let's see. Was it a pedestrian 268?
That is the big question. And Tommy, I know you just heard them, so answer it. Was that a pedestrian 268?
No, not at all. It's not easy for me to throw it that slow. And, you're bowling a Hall of Famer who's, is going to give you everything he's got. He made the 4th through the middle when most people would think he's not going to make it. I knew he was going to make it. So it was pretty stressful, actually.
So how do you carry this momentum into the Players' Championship Finals?
Well, we're going to bowl in a different pattern. So we'll go home, get a little bit of practice in, and come back and see what, get some practice here and on the new pattern and see what happens. And, kind of watch the shows tomorrow and see who we're going to bowl against.
Congratulations on advancing to the finals. Now, Graham, congratulations to you as well, because you were headed to the finals of the Players' Championship, and your match was really amazing. So let's talk about that for a quick second. What did you learn that you can now use going into the finals?
Well, I learned I'm now going to be against a Hall of Famer for one of the top 5, so I expect a big fight from Tommy and the rest of the other finalists, so I need to be prepared for that show.
You absolutely do. Now, one of the things that we actually talked about in the show, in your words, you said that you dropped off a little bit after 2017, but Rob just said that your performance in your show tonight proved to everybody that you are supposed to be here. What does that mean to you moving into the finals to know that that's what people saw tonight?
That means I'm ready to win my second major championship.
Oh, I like the confidence. Well, we're going to hold you to that. We'll see you in the finals.
Thank you.
All right, Kimberly, thank you. A reaction to Tommy?
Absolutely. So what does that say about the talent of an athlete, a player, when it appears to a guy who knows a couple of things about bowling that it looked easy? I mean, what does that say about that strength?
Oh, what does it say about the season that's coming for the Hall of Famer as well, right? He made things look easy in Tampa, rolling through the South. Made things look pretty easy, rolling through a Hall of Famer like Norm Duke. So Tommy Jones moves on, as does Graham Fa. 2 more shows coming your way on Sunday. 4 more hours of live bowling here on FS1 as we continue our coverage of the 2022 PBA Players Championship. We fire things up 4 Eastern, the Midwest region. You see the 5 right there. Bailey Maverick, welcome to the big show, my man. Mav. And then Kyle Sherman, your 5 seed in the Southwest, his buddy Brad Miller. Those 2 will be dueling in your first match.
Yeah. Don Barrett, your top seed.
And Frankie Lavoie as well. We'll see you tomorrow live on FS1.